In the afternoon of a blustery day, a boy was born among the Maasai people of Tanzania. They named him Kaira. His mom was the third wife. Bert, the boy, was the first son of the family. So everyone gathered around the herd, singing and dancing with joy. Kaira was destined to become a shepherd, just like the other Maasai boys, who became shepherds as soon as they could stand on their feet. But Kaira had other ideas. He was perfect Maasai. But he has neither desire nor the dream of sheep flock or cow herd. Kaira was simply in love with school since the first time he discovered it. No matter if it was cold or hot, if it was windy or rainy, every day he walked 7 kilometers to reach the only school in the land. School has been just a blackboard in the hand of a teacher, and the size of the class depended on the shade of a tree.
Moja, pili, tatu, nne, tano, sita, saba, nane, tisa, kumi, na moja, na mbili, na tatu, na nne, na tano.
But in the Maasai land, going against the father's wish is not the wisest idea. The first son must always follow the father's footsteps and become a shepherd. Kaira's dad, afraid of losing face, sends one of his many wives to take the boy back home and ban him from school forever. The next day, Kaira became a shepherd, just like all the other boys, and stepped into the path of his ancestors. But being different, Kaira took the herd from different routes every day. One day, he was passing the giraffes and think how tall they can really grow. Next day, he sees the zebras and think how far they can really run. Another day, he saw the ostriches and thinks what the point is about having wings when you don't know how to fly. One day, he reaches the magical tree, a tree like no other tree, all colors, all shades, all beauty, stood next to the long, long road, the tree that imminently becomes Kaira's best friend. During the days while the sun reached the top of the sky and the weather becomes so hot, Kaira was climbing up the tree and taught about school. Sometimes he stares at the road and asks the tree, "Do you know how far the city is?" Kyra's father noticed his son's different behavior, suspicious of him being attracted to school again. He threw a big party, following the magician's advice, and sacrificed one of his cows to kill all the love for study in Kyra's heart. But even the sacrificing of the cow and the magical potion of the witch doctor could not change Kyra's mind. It only made him more determined and encouraged him to make the final decision. Kyra left his house behind. He left his father and his family behind, even left his beautiful tree behind, and without telling anyone, disappeared from the face of Maasai land.
My name is Kyra Manangwa. I was born in Manangwa family. My father took me to the witch doctor, the person who can make magic, so that you cannot remember about studying and everything. The only thing he said to me that you always will be in the tail of the cow, take care of them every day. I had to leave my family behind, my culture, the beautiful tree I found on the way, but I didn't know what is going to happen forward. By walking for 4 days to Arusha. Then when I get to Arusha, I stay in the street as a street boy. I just stay in the roof, just out of the roof in the city. Just find some boxes, put down as a mattress, and sleeping. But I feel like I'm going to find something. I have that feeling. I didn't have food, anything. It was crazy actually, because when someone eating banana, when they throw the skin of the banana, I take and eat. Because nowhere to go, no nothing to eat. Just looking around and finding something and some clothes to help myself. Because I know how to read, then I find the government office, which they help me to go to secondary school. I work as a porter for Kilimanjaro so I can get college fees. When I wanted to go to school, I fight. Then I didn't care about what people were talking about me, like you left the culture and everything. But I didn't mean that. I like the nature, but I need also to have education. When you get education, you back to the nature.
After 14 years of study and work in the city, Kyra returned to the village with big ideas. But first, he had to prove that he's still a Maasai. To begin, Kyra had to be circumcised like any other Maasai man and woman. Among Maasais, no marriage, no death, no other events are more important than circumcision. Kyra knows in his land, an uncircumcised man is not even considered a man, so he has to go through it.
So I back to the society. It was a big ceremony for me because they were thinking before I was dying. When I get circumcision, I start the kindergarten school in the village to help Maasai kids, also to try to stop FGM because we still continue practicing in my society. They do genital mutilation because they think when they do this, women they can stay longer without thinking about them because they normally travel with cattle a lot, go away for 2 months, 3 months and more. The only way which I can try to help is to bring the girls to school so they can know the right, because the more they learn, the more they know. When I was working as a porter for Kilimanjaro, I get a little bit money to buy books. Then I get idea like to make a roof, nice roof for that if the raining coming, they don't get wet when they are studying. I get this idea after go away from the village, learning. I see, okay, it's better to do something also to share with my family and my society, to give them education because it's more important. Because in my society, nobody even know how to read and to write. No, they don't speak Swahili, they only speak my language. So sometimes when they get a problem, maybe they go hospital in Arusha, it's very difficult for them to communicate with people. So I feel good when they can be also communicate with other people.
Not only Kyra built a class with walls and roof and proper blackboard, but also he made a water well beside the class and provide fresh water for children. With such a fancy school, Kyra was able to convince people to let at least one of their children attend the class routine base. Kyra also invites a woman teacher for the very first time to motivate people to allowing their girls to go to school. In no time, the school hosts more than 70 boys and girls.
I love to be in my culture, working in Arusha now, but normally go almost every week to my society. Bring books for the kid, try to pay teachers whenever I get money, but sometimes they can wait for me if they know that it's hard time to get money, especially this COVID time. I get a little bit light, not much, but a little bit, to show them to get education, because education is life.
Although Kyra's school is so popular, many of Maasai, including his father and uncle, does not like or agree with his new ideas about stopping female circumcision or expanding monogamy.
I think to have more than one wife, for me, I feel no love in my way. But a lot of Maasai, my father, because my father have 4 wives, so they feel like okay for them. But for me, I feel like not love. So for me, it's better to have maybe one wife whenever I get, if I'm lucky.
Kyra's problem is not objection. He knew it from the beginning that the Maasai men do not like his ideas. But the biggest pain is that even women of the tribe are resisting his ideas. Women, including his own mom and sisters.
Nerigi yogir pulli na manwe se munabwer pulli nigi bwana ngishu nigi nyaimir nigi nyaile
niki bonu amurade ho nimigare ndogi nimigara masa boge narkella isosin mboro negi injob nagi gelala di monkara kiara murade nigara ndomo ngenya aigi yongor kideng negi yongor ke negi gelala tim mere ndogi ana boni mikia Masai, negi ngura, negi njobe masa, negi raj. Amusu buku, agege nyaira. Nara, nigare ni nigare Masai. Tanga mbura denga yentu jama gaje benabo.
In my society, women, they are under control. That's why men, they can be able to marry even 10 wives. So the woman cannot say anything because the man have kettles, so he can do whatever he want. So I feel bad because also my mom, the one also who passing through that. If a man want to beat a woman, they can do whatever. But when a man did a mistake, nobody beat them. So I feel bad for that. We don't have really right for the women, but we try a lot because we try to change. Because now people learning and allow kids to go to school.
Kyra still pays visit to his old friend, and he still talks to the beautiful tree. He still has so many unanswered questions. He's here to learn what the point is of having a wing when you don't know how to fly.
Na ore apa iltung'anak apa lidiamatua naa ninche aarrute amu ihaya kulo oino naa ninche eibok naa ore kulo torrok duo lemeyieuni naa ninche epiki. Ore taata etadua ajo kenkosaitie apa metaa ore taata inji etaa keshepuoi neeta orpayian inkera 10 nepik neeta esiana nepik etaa taa taata idol nijo eting'uarita intokiting etejo nchoo epuo irkulie amu aikimanda apa iyiok.